Oh. Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to another video. Today we've come to Whatman Park in Maidstone. So run the titles. I haven't got titles. I'll work on that for another one. See you soon. Okay, great moment here to be able to show you the Kentish Lady, which is the boat that runs on the River Medway. Does have a stop off point here, so if you're on the road trip you can request to stop at the park. This boat goes up and down the rivers. I think it goes down to Allington and back the other way. So you can get dropped off in Whatman Park or Millenium Park if you want to. It's not a sunny day, but it's obviously a nice day for a river trip. All right, let's talk a little bit about Whatman Park whilst I'm stood under this bridge. So it's called Whatman Park. It's actually part of a bigger Millenium project. So some people call this the Millenium Park, but that's actually a bigger stretch of river from here in Maidstone going further out of town. Whether that deserves its own video or not, we'll wait and see. But Whatman Park itself, it's called Whatman Park because Whatman PLC donated this land in the 1990s as part of the bigger Millenium project that got, it was called Legacy Heritage Funding or something like that, from the lottery to make this park. So it's part of the Millennium celebrations. Actually opened however in 2001, so whoops, a little bit late there, they missed that. It's a nice park. It's about 18 acres. It's got 2 children's play areas, an outside stage. It's got a tree walk. I'm going to have a little walk around, see how many of these things I can find you today. I'm on a little bit of a limited time window though, so I might not get it all done. In fact, this video might get scrapped and I'll come back another day. We'll see how it goes. But it's nice by the river. There's 3 main paths through the park. One's along by the river, the other one sort of runs through the middle of the park, and then there's a third path which say runs up at the top tree line more. So we're going to have a wander around, we'll see. Whatman, by the way, there was a paper mill here, operated between 1740 and 2014. And again, that's what Whatman were doing here in this area. Before the park, this land was inaccessible. It's trapped between the river on this side, and on the other side I've got the Medway Valley railway line. So previous to this becoming a park, it actually wasn't used at all. So it's really nice to make use of this. The real problem with this park, however, is that there's no parking on the park. On this side of the river that you can use. I'll show you the car park that is here, but actually what you have to do is come across one of the 2 bridges that come in from town. So the closest parking is down by the Maidstone football stadium, the Gallagher Stadium, and that's just on the other side of this bridge behind me. So if you want to come and visit the park, you have to park on the other side of the river, which is a little bit awkward, and generally this park's been quieter than some of the other spaces I've been to. This is local for me. However, there's quite a lot of people here today, so actually it's more popular than I thought maybe. But this is great, it's nice to see boats on the river. Let's go and have a look around. I'll see how many of those things I can fit into this video today before I run out of time. I have got a little, say, limited time window today. That's me rambling. Let's catch you in a minute. Here I am really at the main entrance to the park, or what you'd consider to be the main entrance. See, the main path goes through here. However, the car park that's here, let me spin around again. The car park that's here is for the health club, the tennis club and the canoe club. So if you come parking in here, they've got number plate cameras and you will get tickets. So you can't actually park here, you have to park across the river. Let's go and have a wander. In one of the sort of central spaces of the park here. You can see the open air stage there. We'll go down there in a second. There's one of the play areas. There's loads of kids playing here today, so I won't be showing you the play areas, but there are 2 play areas and there's a skate park here. You can see it's a fairly modern park, I guess. So all of the benches and litter bins, this metal, I don't know what the metal is, but it's all nicely done. They've got some nice natural planted areas and some sort of meadow spaces. So it's a nice place to come on a nice sunny day to get out of Maidstone. It's just outside of Maidstone. It's really only a 10-minute walk, depending on where you start from, of course. But yeah, it's a nice park. It's nice to see lots of people here today. Here we are at the Riverstage. You can see this is an open air event space. Has been used for a number of things in the last few years. So they've hosted the annual Mela event here. It was sort of a world arts, food and music festival. It's been held here for a few years. They've also had some open air cinema events going on here in the past as well. I've never been to any myself, so I'm not sure what they're like, but it's a nice space by the river here where they can put on events for the public. I bet they charge. It's nice. What is this, you're wondering? This is modern art. This is a sculpture. This is called a double helix, or it mirrors or mimics our DNA structure. So this is a modern art installation. These coils, I might not be giving you the best angle from here. You can see it sort of loop around themselves. This was designed by a Scottish sculptor named David Annand. It's quite a big deal. It's about 3 meters high. If I step into this, you'll see, and it's 55 meters long. So it does dominate this end of the park a little bit. You can see now I'm stood within. This probably gives you a better idea of how these curls work. If I walk here, I'm probably just about halfway. So you can walk your way around this thing. It's pretty solid. This is a modern art sculpture installation. Thingamy what's it. Try and give you a better view of the whole thing. Interesting. Here we are on the second of the two bridges that give you access into the park. So this is the far side of the river. This bridge I think they just call the Millenium Bridge. I guess they couldn't find anybody to sponsor this one, whereas the first one where we said hello is called the Kent Messenger Millenium Bridge, which is the local weekly newspaper. This is just called the Millenium Bridge. So I say, I guess they couldn't find anybody to sponsor the second one. It's been quite busy today. A lot of people coming and going, crossing in and out of the path here. But, oh, got boats. Boats on the river. So yeah, you have to say park across the other side of the river really to be able to get into this park. Let's go back in and see what else is going on. I've returned. Day two, if you like, of putting this video together. So I ran out of time last week to get everything I wanted. I've returned. Glorious sunshine day today, as you can see. So let's go and finish the bits I couldn't see before. Behind me here is the Jolly Rodger play area, which is aimed for the little ones. It's a nice little safe area, and today it's empty, so you can get a little shot. I'll show you quickly of the play area. Jolly Rodger. So this is one of two play areas. I'm going to head off now and see if I can find the second one, which is on the far side of the sculpture that we looked at earlier. But what a glorious day. It's hot. I deliberately wore the same clothes that I wore last week so that you wouldn't notice, or potentially wouldn't notice the difference. But actually it's glorious sunshine, and I think it was a little bit overcast last week maybe, or less bright anyway. So a bit of a waste of time. I needn't have worn this black t-shirt to hide the pretense. Never mind. Let's rock on and see what we can find up in the tree walk and the bigger playground area that I'm looking for next. This looks like the tree walk. Let's go and have an explore. I won't show you the whole thing, but let's just see what we got. This nice raised platform going through the trees, which would be welcome on a day like today where it's so hot. I don't know whether you can hear, but it looks like we're coming to the skate park. Aha, the skate park. Looks nice. It's not my thing, I'd be scared of falling off. But it's nice they've got a facility like that up here for the older ones. It's a nice little walk in the trees. It's providing some welcome shade from the sun. I'm just going to come up and you can see there's like a sun deck out here. So let's see what we can see from out here. Not a lot, unfortunately. I wonder whether when this was made, or when this park was created and opened back in 2001, whether there might have been something to see here. But right now the trees have all grown up. So I wonder whether originally this might have provided a view over the rest of the park. The main area with the sound stage, the open air stage is probably just over here over my shoulder, with the helix just down here in front. So from here you might have been able to see the whole park at one point. It's a shame. Obviously it's nice to see the trees growing, but it's a shame that there's actually nothing to see from here. I'm going to show you up. There's a little bit of cloud cover, sorry, not cloud cover, tree cover, but not on a day like today. But let's say it's a nice little wander and welcome shade from the sun on a sunny day. Let's keep going around, I'll see where it leads. It's given us views over the skate park and the main sort of grown-up play park, but I'll take a quick photo of that. I won't show you video because there's some people in there. I'll stick up a quick photo maybe just so you can see what sort of facilities they've got there, and we'll keep heading down and see where this comes out. Okay, behind me here you can see the exit of the treetop walk. I've just come down here, and behind me here you can see the sign says treetop walk, and there's a woodland walk. So let's go see what the woodland walk's got to offer as well. I've got a little bit of time again today, so I'm going to have a wander, see what's down here. Okay, this does seem to be the shortest woodland walk I've ever been on. Yeah, definitely. And back to the park. So I think the entrance to this, so I'm at the top end of the woodland walk now. You can see the skate park, or hopefully you might be able to see the skate park over there. And we're right here to the play area again. But I only entered the woodland walk down there. It's taken me like a minute literally to get there. It's a little extra to put on the map, I suppose. But don't come here just to do the woodland walk, will you? By the time you've tied your shoelaces, you'll have finished it. I'll go head back into the main park now. I'm just walking through the park back along the river. It's hot. I've just noticed under the bridge here the reflections of the river on the under side of the bridge. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I'm going to try and show you. See whether you can see this. Oh, rower on the lake. Lake, what am I talking about? Lake, it's a river. I knew it was a river, but look at that on the underside. That's pretty cool. You see the reflections. I'll zoom in a bit for you. That just caught my eye. I thought that looks quite nice. But it's nice to see people using the river again. I'm walking along the upper path that goes through the park. I've noticed all the big trees along this edge. I don't know whether you'll see them in the dark here if I'm moving. Maybe the light will change here for you. I don't know whether you'll make out, but all of these big trees have got like sponsorship or in memory of type signs. And I just noticed this one here is for Maidstone East Scouts, which was interesting to me because I'm a scout leader. So it's just nice. I don't know whether this was maybe part of the fundraising for building the park or something like that, possibly, or whether people were just given the option. But there's lots of individuals named here, and of course I don't know who they are. But it was just nice. I spotted one for the Scouts there as I was walking along. So you know, keep an eye open. There might be somebody you recognise. Here's the one for Maidstone West Scouts as well, actually. it's just those sort of little details that you can look out for when you're out walking through the parks and things. It's nice. I think I've noticed I say it's nice quite a lot. This is going to be my phrase, I think. It's nice, which is a plus for me. I guess if I don't say it's nice, nice is all you're going to get. Let's look out for some excellence or some fabulouses in future videos. Wow. Let's summarise Whatman Park a little bit. It's not going to take long because it's so hot out here in the sun. So Whatman Park, it's a really nice space. The only thing against it really, as is probably made clear already in this video, is the lack of the parking on this side of the river. But if you can cope with walking across the bridge, you'll be good. This is a good place to come. We've managed to show you, now that I'm here for the second time, I've managed to show you most of the main features, I think. The two parks, the skate park we've seen, obviously the open air stage sitting here behind me. There's people out here today with picnics and families wandering around, people by the river, boats on the river. So it's a really pleasant place to come. If you take that lower path through the park, you're going to get more of the sort of unkept meadow type areas, and there's some nice flowers out. It's quite pretty to look at. You can kill a couple of hours here. There's something for all ages of the kids. Don't worry about the woodland walk, skip that bit. But the tree walk's nice. Yeah, great place to come. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you'll be enthused to come and visit Whatman Park at some point if you're through Maidstone or visiting Maidstone. Certainly if you've had a day shopping and want to come here, get a coffee from the cafe. The board's out there today, by the way. I think I took a photo, I'll put it up here. They're now doing bacon sandwiches and paninis and things like that as well. So I'm not going to get a chance to try that today, sorry about that. But say, if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe, like, all that stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.